What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy, Dominic Arena, the GOAT. And we're hanging out with Miss Chris.
Hi.
Once again is back on. And I got my boy with me today, Logan. Say hi to everybody.
What's up?
Here he is. So, if you guys remember, last week we kind of touched base on retro gaming, had a little, thing about violence in video games. And we kind of wanted to continue that gaming conversation, but talk about what's coming out in 2020 and the next wave of consoles. And I wanted to get Logan involved on this because he's kind of our go-to guy when it's new gaming, because I'm kind of out of the loop.
Yeah, he's our video game guy.
Yeah, so with all the new stuff that's out in the market, he's kind of my go-to guy on that. Believe it or not, it's this generation that's showing me how to play the new games. So with that said, E3 happened earlier this year, and at E3, Microsoft, who's the developer of the Xbox, announced Project Scarlet. Now this is due to come out Christmas time, holiday season of 2020, alongside the new PS5.
Right.
So this is going to be our next generation of consoles. So we got over a year before these are out. But Sony wasn't there to actually officially do a press conference on the PS5. They weren't there. But Microsoft was there, and Project Scarlet, a couple things that hit me, which just made me realize I'm not ready for it. It's just like, we just got an Xbox One, a year ago?
Not even a year ago.
Right. Logan
it was right before
has,
Christmas.
Tell me all your consoles.
I have an Xbox 360,
Right.
an Xbox One, just the Xbox One,
Right.
and a PS4.
So you got the newest generation right now.
You don't have a Wii?
Used to.
Used to.
He used to have a Wii. The Wii U? Did you ever get a
Used
Wii?
to have a Wii U.
You got the Wii U? See, that's one console I couldn't get on board with. So one thing that they hit me with was 8K gaming.
Which you have to have an 8K TV for, right?
To experience it in its glory.
Right.
So like, we just got a 4K a year ago, and it's great. I mean, the resolution, watching 4K Blu-rays, streaming 4K HDR content, it's amazing. And the Xbox One does that.
Right.
It does 4K gaming. Now, we don't have an X, which does like 100 frames per second, but we're doing 4K at 60 frames per second. And one thing Scarlett talked about was it's going to have a max resolution of 8K at 120 frames per second. So, yeah, you're going to have to buy a new TV to catch up with the times. It's getting way too advanced. They're also saying it's going to be 4 times more powerful than the current Xbox, which is just crazy. That's 400% that they're saying it's going to be. With that being said, they're saying that there's going to be no load times.
So just pop it in and it's
Pop it
right
in. So like,
right
if you get to a point in the game where, like, say you walk through a door in a video game, and it's like it goes into like a cutscene or a load screen while the next
right, like
thing comes
Spyro.
up. Spyro's a
You
big
fly
one.
to the different world.
Yeah,
gives
you
you that
sit
loading,
there.
says loading, loading, loading.
Right, as you're flying.
Right.
It's not going to have that. So it's just going to be boom, boom, boom. Now that's great. I mean, that's what we need. And another thing that they said is 100% backwards compatibility. I like that. I like the fact that you play Xbox games on it, 360 games, Xbox One games, and then whatever new content comes out. So that's my favorite thing on it, but I don't think I'm ready for it. There's nothing right now that's making me, let's start saving up for it. Because you know they're going to be about $800. That's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing the drop price of the baddest console is going to be about $800.
Which, say the Xbox One, when that first came out, what was the first price it was? Wasn't it like close to 600?
I don't think it was that high.
It was less than that?
I think if you got the bad boy, the one with like 2 terabytes and all that.
Oh, right. We looked at the 2 different ones.
And with the X model, I think it was like 4, maybe 5 when it first came out. They're down to $250 now.
I don't remember what we spent
But
on this one, but it wasn't
PlayStation
that much.
3, when that dropped, I think it was like $600
Okay.
because of the hype on it.
I
and
think I
everything.
remember that.
Right.
Yeah.
And I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong on this. I want to say it was the first console with an actual Blu-ray player.
The PlayStation.
The PS3.
I believe you're right,
don't
but
remember.
don't quote me.
Also, another console. So we got the Xbox One. Or I'm sorry, Project Scarlet. That's due out. They're saying holiday 2020. So that could be Black Friday. That could be Christmas time. Who knows?
Right.
Same with the PS5. Atari's getting back in the game. Now, there's been a lot of bad negative stuff on the Atari VCS because of all the bullshit they went through. It started off as the Atari box. They had a countdown on their website, and then like 5 minutes before the thing was supposed to launch, they pulled the plug on it.
This is the one where they had people prepay or pre-order, right?
It had a Kickstarter campaign. Actually, it was Indiegogo.
Okay.
And they crowdfunded it, and they amazingly did about $3 million in crowdfunding. They teamed up with AMD for the processor. But here's my thing with the Atari. I'm a huge Atari fan. Are you going to get this system? The VCS?
If I can, yes.
This is something you're looking forward to?
Mm-hmm.
Here's my thing with the VCS is no physical drive. And I know a lot of companies are talking about doing away with that.
So that means
no discs, no
okay.
cartridges.
So it's all preloaded onto the system or the cloud.
It's preloaded with 2,600 games.
Okay.
Okay, that's preloaded. But all content thereafter has to be downloaded, and there's no games announced for it. So they have this thing called the Atari Sandbox, and basically what it is it allows people to develop their own games in this sandbox. So I don't know how to fucking do that. You know what I mean? I'm not a programmer.
I remember talking about this.
Right?
Yeah,
so
right.
this doesn't appeal to me. You know what I mean? Now
seems like a lot of work.
Right. Now maybe it opens up a door for these amateur programmers to release their content, and you could download it for like an app. You pay $4 or something like that. Atari gets a cut. The programmer gets a cut. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do this, but that also means there's going to be a lot of shit floating around too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just want to see companies make something for it and say, hey, we're supporting the VCS. Here's what's coming out for it. There's nothing set in stone on it.
But this is confirmed that it is actually going to be released. Because I know there for a while it was like touch and go.
Yeah,
they had people
touch.
prepay for it, and then they weren't sure.
Right.
And then they thought about pulling the plug, but then it seemed like it was a go again. So they were very back and forth with it.
Well, they have live. You could pre-order it now at Walmart and GameStop, and they have exclusive models. So I think Walmart has a Kevlar one. GameStop has a solid black one. If you pre-order it through Atari, you can get the wood-looking one.
Right.
So, and they're saying that that's going to come out, those pre-orders are going to come out in March, I want to say. Anybody that backed it up on Indiegogo is going to get it in December.
Of this year?
Of this year.
Okay.
We'll see, though.
Right.
We'll see. I don't know. So I don't want to talk too much about the VCS because I don't have enough info on it.
Right.
They just keep saying, hey, what are you going to create on it? What kind of content are you going to put on it? I'm not putting shit on it. You know what I'm saying? What are you fucking putting on it for me to play?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
yeah, I don't want to
basically,
create my own game.
they're steering away, and I noticed this, they're slowly steering away from calling it a console and calling it like a creative platform for your TV. So even like Atari's hinting at it, saying, hey, it's not really a console because we have no games. It's basically a cool looking laptop that connects to your TV, and you can surf the web. You can do Netflix, Hulu, all that shit. But there's nothing on it besides 2,600 games.
Right.
That I have on every freaking thing in the world. I have it on the Xbox. I have an Atari emulator. I have an Atari 2600. I mean, how many times do I need these fucking games? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
it would be cool if they came out with some new age Atari games that could go on the Atari.
If you got it, Okay, as a kid, what would you do on it?
I would see if they will announce any games for it that you can download. If not, I mean, I'll try to put some time on it to create a game. But if not, probably.
I could see you creating a game because I know you've been telling me to get what's that one DS game that you tell me to get where
Super Mario Maker.
Yeah, and to create games, but I've been so not necessarily against it, but I don't know how much I'm gonna like creating my own game. It just seems like so much time.
Right, and Super Mario Maker is a template.
Right.
So you're dragging and dropping different things and creating levels, right? I'm talking creating a game from scratch.
Right.
From Linux, MS-DOS type shit, putting in programming.
Yeah, no.
I don't know how to do that. You know what I mean? So is this that you're basically
I thought
saying?
that took like a college degree to
Right.
learn that
You know how
stuff.
much? You know how much years go into developing a game? Years.
Yeah.
To develop a badass game.
I remember back when my brother was in college and he was taking a computer programming class and helping him with his homework where you're typing in the program code and stuff.
Right.
It was just insane. It was way over my head.
Oh yeah, it's over my head too.
Yeah.
I don't know the first thing. Now another console, and I use this word kind of loosely because I think it's an actual console, is there's a company based in the UK called Evercade, and I've been following them, hitting them up directly on Twitter and whatnot, and I'm really excited for this. Now this is a handheld device. Have you seen it?
No.
Well, I'm going to show you. Pull up a picture of it. This company has announced over 100 games already confirmed for this handheld device, and I'm super stoked about it. It actually takes cartridges, and I thought that was cool because in a world that everything's going digital and physical copies are starting to kind of disappear, I'm super excited to see a company like this release cartridges. And each cartridge is kind of branded by you got a picture of it? So
Yeah, I think so.
Let me blow this up here like
There you
that.
go.
Oh shit. Here. But so they got like a Namco cartridge and it's got 20 Namco games on it. They got an Atari cartridge that has 20 Atari games on it. Konami's on board. Some independent companies is on board. So they have over 100 games announced for it, and it's affordable.
It's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, and it's now I haven't had my hands on one, so I don't know how the build quality is and whatnot, but I'm definitely gonna pick this up. It's gonna retail in the States for $79.99, and that comes with one cartridge right off the bat. So you got 20 games right off the bat. I don't know how much cartridges are going to cost. I heard anywhere from $20 to $40, which is great.
That's pretty typical.
Right, and these are all 8-bit and 16-bit games. So it's great. It does both. You could format it in 4x3, the original format, or you could stretch it to the 16:9 on the screen. And another thing I love about it is it has HDMI connectivity. So you could take that console,
See that?
plug it into your TV, use the console
And play it on the TV screen.
as the controller, right?
that's
And then you
cool.
have it on your
Yeah.
TV. So I'm super stoked about this, and they keep announcing more games for it. What I would like to see is a company like Yacht Club Games. Yacht Club Games, or just Yacht Games, they do a fantastic job of creating new games in the 8-bit and 16-bit format. So when you play the game, it looks like a game right out of '87. But
That's
it was
pretty cool.
made yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shovel Knight, awesome game. Shovel Knight took that. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
You got to check out Shovel Knight. It's awesome. So basically, Shovel Knight, they took the art style of Castlevania, the playability of DuckTales, and then you get the power ups like in Mega Man, like when you defeat a boss and you steal his powers. Awesome fucking game, right? And they got
like DuckTales and
DuckTales is great. Yeah, DuckTales is great.
Aw,
You hop on the
memories.
freaking cane, on the cane. So I'm super stoked about Evercade, and once I get my hands on one, I want to say it's gonna hit the States in March.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to me. Will be number one. Oh, they also announced Splatterhouse on that.
Oh,
so
really?
it's going to have Splatterhouse 1, 2, and 3, I believe,
Okay.
on it. So
That's
I'm like,
awesome.
oh, fucking A, finally got something with Splatterhouse on it. Now, I wanted to show you guys this. This right here is made by My Arcade. These are cool. Logan actually bought me this one for Father's Day. These are just retro games. It's got 3 of them in it. It's got Mrs. Pac-Man. What else is on it? Sky Kid and Mappy. And the form factor of it is great. These are called Pocket Pals. Or Pocket Players, right? Pocket Player. They also make the little mini arcades and stuff like this. These sell for about $27 at Walmart. And these are awesome. The build quality is great. So if the Evercade is like this, with a bigger screen, of course, and the ability to take cartridges, totally on board. I'm a big fan of handheld gaming.
The only thing that I don't like about that, I think it's super cool, but when you're playing Miss Pac-Man on there on that little D-pad, it makes it really hard.
Yeah,
It doesn't have...
Pac-Man was always a joystick game.
Right.
And when you go to a D-pad, it is a little frustrating.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Playing Mappy on it is amazing. The gameplay is great. The buttons are tactile. And that's what I hope Evercade brings to the table.
Well, I pulled up their list of games on Evercade.
Yeah, and if you
There's
guys want to
some really cool things on here.
Dig Dug too.
Yeah, Dig Dug,
Yeah, they got
Galaga.
a lot of classic stuff on it.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want to check it out, I'll put the link in the description. Evercade.co.uk. Definitely get on board. I'm super stoked. This is like the console I'm waiting for.
This is pretty neat.
I'm not going to jump on the Project Scarlet or PS5 yet.
Well, and then it's affordable. You're not spending $800 on something. It's under $100. It's more affordable than those really expensive ones. And then it's not like you have to find room for it. If we got another Xbox, we'd have to make room for it or whatever other big console.
I'm not worried about making room. That's the least
of my worries.
But
it's still smaller, easier to...
It's starting a new game library, but the backwards compatibility is awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. Not be able to experience the full capability without the 8K TV.
Right.
Or a monitor that can handle
8K.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So buying a monitor at 8K is freaking pricey. But last thing I wanted to show you guys is I finally got it.
Yes.
We found it. Now here's what
hidden.
we did.
Hidden.
We went to Walmart and they did pull it from the shelves and they had it underneath because they got that glass case.
So it's on the very bottom.
On the bottom with a stack of John Madden's on it. The Madden football.
Right, it was kind of like behind that.
I saw the spine and I said, bro, come here. Can you grab me that that Friday the 13th game?
I think it was their last one.
I know you guys ain't advertising it and you guys are pulling this shit, but it's right there. Grab it for me. It was $20.
Yeah.
So I was like, hell yeah.
We haven't played it yet though.
Yeah, that's the thing. So we kind of want to wrap this up. A couple things I want to hit real quick is a hashtag that we've been using on the weekends. It is hashtag game night till midnight, and I'm gonna put that on the bottom of the screen so you guys can see it. I'm trying to get this hashtag rocking on Twitter. Basically what we do is we pick one day a week where we do about a 4-hour block of hardcore gaming. We grab some beers. Logan gets his root beers. That's right. We get Logan's root beers. We're drinking some beers, margaritas, all that shit. And we do retro gaming, new school gaming. We play some of the new titles. And we do it from 9 p.m. to midnight. And then we just take pictures along the way and post them up on Twitter. Just basically.
It really makes for a
Social
fun
media.
night. Yeah.
What's that?
Social media.
Social media in general, Instagram, all that stuff. So look for that, and I'd love to see you guys do this too on Twitter and whatnot. If you guys are gaming, use the hashtag game night till midnight. Post a picture of your TV, what you're playing. I love to see that stuff, and I BS with a lot of cats on Twitter about that. So look for that hashtag.
Now, in that hashtag, you do spell till a little bit different. It's not
T-I-L.
Yeah, T-I-L.
Yeah.
So, because I got that wrong.
Yeah, no, I'll have the hashtag up on the screen so they can see it.
Okay, cool.
Last but not least is Logan is a Fortnite monster.
As you can see.
I can't
Fortnite legend.
I just can't get into Fortnite. I can't. As far as retro gaming goes, this kid kills it at Galaga. I have not beat him yet. Anytime I get close to his high score, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get him, he does another 20,000 and just destroys me. But Logan does a lot of stuff on Mixer, right?
Yes, Mixer. I'm gonna start doing Twitch.
Oh, you're gonna start Twitch too?
Soon.
He's actually really good. So if you want to follow or join in one of his games on Xbox One, I will put Logan's gamer tag in the description, and you can hit him up on that and check out his Mixer and Twitch once that's up. So, but yeah, that's gonna do it. I didn't want to make this too long. We just kind of want to talk, and love to hear your guys' comments on what you're looking forward to in 2020. Me, it's the Evercade. I'm all about the Evercade. We'll see what Atari has to bring to the table, and then more info on the PS5 and Scarlet when it comes. So until then, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace and hair grease.
Bye.